Candyman. Now, have you guys seen the commercials on TV? The ones with Destiny's Child going, say my name, say my name. Those commercials are so comical, they do not do this film any justice, because this film, I was shaking afterwards. That doesn't happen. I was lucky enough to see this film early, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts right now. Hey everybody, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I'm sending you all positive vibes your way. You're gonna need them after watching this movie. But if it's your first time here and you like seeing early movie reviews like this and movie reactions and hangout live streams where we talk about movies, then this is the place for you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification so you never miss a single video. 85% of you have not done so already. And while you're at it, go check out my partners at Movie Scene Canada as well. Their link will be in the video description box below. But today, I'm gonna give you my honest, no BS review for Candyman and tell you if it's worth a watch. So, we have Candyman, directed by Nia DaCosta, and you know her as the director of Little Woods. That's basically the biggest movie that she's done before. And it stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Teyonah Parris, and Nathan Stewart-Jarrett, amongst other people. And it's the spiritual sequel, that's what it says on IMDb by the way, to the original Candyman in 1992, I believe. I didn't actually write it down, oops. But it's about an artist searching for inspiration for his next big piece, and when going through the projects in Chicago, he stumbles upon the legend of the Candyman. And if you say his name 5 times in a mirror, then he comes to kill you. And literally as soon as I said that, water just dropped down from my sink. Oh God. And you can see this film Candyman everywhere on Friday, August 27th, unless you say Candyman's name in the mirror 5 times before that date, then it's your own fault. But is this film worth a watch? If you're a horror fan, then I would say yes, definitely watch it. If you're not, if you're squeamish at all, this is a tough one to get through. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have not actually seen the original movie. And yes, you guys might want to click off this video right now because of that. I get it, whatever. And I genuinely thought that this was a remake, not a spiritual sequel, according to IMDb. And you know, time was not on my hands. I just did not get a chance to see the original before seeing this remake. So I thought, you know what, this might be a craft legacy situation where if I like this one, then I might go back and watch the original. Good news, I do want to watch the original because I feel like there's some knowledge gaps missing there because I didn't see the original. But this movie, it's tough because my ratings are generally like, love it, really liked it. This movie made me feel so unsettled. More unsettling than almost any movie I've ever seen before. And I've seen The Exorcist, and that's a scary movie. And as soon as it starts, I knew that I was gonna be in for an unsettling adventure. And I won't spoil what they do, like literally first frame of the film, but I'm like, oh, okay, we're not gonna be able to sleep tonight, are we? Yeah, like I was shaking, and I was kind of still shaking when writing this review because I'm like, ooh, it's a scary one, guys. It got me. Now, there's no jump scares in this movie. Not really. And really, jump scares to me are more startling than scary, right? You can have both, right? Like that one scene in The Conjuring, if you know what I'm talking about. That one was brutal. But startling is more of the reaction I'd get from those kind of jump scares. But the story, the tone, the cinematography, the kills especially, and just the overall vibe of the movie and some of the imagery that it shows us, it gave me chills, like really hardcore chills. Now the cinematography. This movie just looks gorgeous. The contrast and the colors are just spectacular, but the kills are so creative. A lot of them are using reflections, using shadows, and shooting them in more unorthodox ways, right? You don't actually just show the murders actually happening just right up close. Sometimes you do see them, but maybe they're from afar, they're maybe from a different angle, maybe they're from underneath something. And sometimes they don't even show you what's actually happening. You just see like a part of it, or you see, you know, something around the corner, and you have to use your imagination for that. And that's coming straight out of the book of Alfred Hitchcock, right? See Psycho. However, there are some scenes where you actually do see the kills. And, you know, it does get pretty gruesome. And I know what you guys are thinking, right? Oh, this guy's a pussy. He's never seen Saw, right? Just, I was very squeamish in this movie. I was like, oh, It just, made me very uncomfortable. So if you get squeamish, this movie, yeah. And again, I'm totally ready for all those comments going like, what? This guy's squeamish during this movie? God, geez, grow a pair. Bring it on, guys. I've heard every single one in the book. But this movie made me just wickedly uncomfortable. And You know, one thing though that I gotta give the movie props for is that the way that they show the backstory, right? Anytime they talk about the origins of the Candyman, they use these like paper puppet things, basically little paper figures on sticks with shadows, and it reminds me a lot of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, right? When they're talking about the Deathly Hallows backstory, and it's all just this kind of sepia tone and black, weird figures and imagery talking about the origin of the Deathly Hallows. That is what this movie reminded me of a lot. The performances were great from the entire cast. You know, I can't just single out a single person. They were all fantastic. But there were some moments where I felt like the film went down the obvious route. And what do I mean by that? I meant that as soon as I saw a person, I'm like, okay, I got their purpose in the movie. I got their character right away from just even looking at them without even hearing a word that they're speaking, right? Like you get the racist, white, old art critic hag, the sexual creep art director who quotes Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park in this movie. If you watch this movie, you'll definitely notice it. And the condescending cop at the end. Now, I understand that they serve a purpose in the story, but as soon as I saw them, I'm like, yeah, that's what they're going for. And it stood out to me. But I also like that the story was very creepy, but it wasn't simple, right? Generally with these types of movies, you know, at least from the ones I've seen, like slashers or ones with like the creepy guy, the creepy killer, right? So the main character finds out about the lore or about the story, and then they come out to kill people, and they go on a rampage, and then right at the end they defeat them. Or did they, right? Normally ends with a cliffhanger. But this one, you know, it has some of those elements, but there's a very interesting connection between the characters and Candyman, and I won't spoil it. And again, I don't know what is in the original film. I don't know if there is, you know, more of a backstory there, more connections there. And maybe you guys will be saying, you know, Brandon, you didn't even really get a chance to really fully immerse yourself in this movie because you just didn't know anything about the original. Maybe so, but hey, I still enjoyed it. Enjoying it is a weird word. So my rating, I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 5 because it was beautifully shot, great performances, the story was very unsettling, and just the overall movie. Man, I don't know. This one definitely hit me in a very weird, shocking, unsettling. I've said that way too many times in this review. I totally understand that, but I don't know if I want to watch this movie again. It's too freaky. But I'm just being honest, guys. So if you guys love horror, then definitely check this movie out. It looks gorgeous. It's really scary. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you guys did, let me know down in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. You won't regret it.